We all know many of our favorite cartoon characters are usually pretty gorgeous, but can you imagine what they would look like in real life? Would they be even better looking? Stay tuned to see how 19-year-old artist Tati Moons turned some of our favorite cartoons into bona fide hotties. Are you new around here? Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the Taco for more great content like this. Now, on to 10 cartoon characters who would look sexy in real life. Elsa. Elsa is the queen of Arendelle, which means she was pretty much born with stunning royal looks. Her cartoon character has hair so long and beautiful that it literally freezes people in their tracks. But would those crazy good looks translate to real life? The answer is a resounding yes. Just look at how artist Tati Moons draws her. We can't even look away from that amazing highlight. Tati makes Elsa's golden locks stand out even more by adding some icy flares to it. Not to mention all of the cool tattoos that the artist added on. Look closely and you can see the Friesen tattoo just under Elsa's hairline. Perfect! Violet. Do you remember Violet from The Incredibles? She was the meek little girl who almost never stood up for herself. She basically blended into the shadows, but leave it to artist Tati Moons to make Violet really come alive. As a cartoon, no one ever really noticed Violet, but now in real life we can't stop looking at her. Even though her shirt does say that she doesn't want anyone looking at her, it's hard not to. Good thing her superpower is to make herself invisible, because all of the extra attention she would get as a human would surely be really annoying. We also love the nod to the movie that Tati included by making her have a choker with the Incredibles logo on it. Coraline. When it comes to drawing cartoons as real-life people, there are certain cartoons that everyone chooses. All of the Disney princesses have been drawn as humans too many times to count. What is really interesting, though, are the cartoons that we don't usually see. That's why we were so excited to come across Tati Moons' drawing of Coraline from the movie Coraline. Tati's version of Coraline is absolutely haunting, but in the best way possible. Her blue hair is magnetic and draws your eyes to her. Coraline also looks a lot older in this image than she did in the movie, which is cool to see. Snow White. Snow White is one of the oldest cartoons around. She is known for being the perfect homemaker. She did take care of a house full of 7 messy men, remember? But Tati takes Snow White's character in a new direction. No longer does she look so clean and innocent. This version of Snow White looks like she's been going through some things, and honestly, we are here for it. We especially love her shirt that says, "Not your housemaid." This picture is breaking fairy tale princess norms left and right. Don't you just love it? You go, Snow White. Tati just keeps slaying these drawings, don't you think? Vanellope von Schweetz. Like we mentioned before, some characters are drawn as humans so much that it gets old. There are only so many ways you can draw Cinderella before it becomes Yawn City. But Tati takes some of the lesser-known cartoons and draws them with such realness that people have to stop and pay attention. Her drawing of Vanellope von Schweetz is no different. In Wreck-It Ralph, Vanellope was just a little kid searching for acceptance. But in this drawing, she has completely come into her own. Plus, her makeup is all kinds of goals. And did you read her shirt? It's the perfect nod to the Wreck-It Ralph film. Shego. Okay, what's with people not wanting to draw villains as humans? Villains need love too. That's why we were so excited to see this version of Shego from Kim Possible. Shego was one of the best villains ever because she was so cunning and sly. This picture portrays that perfectly. The tint of the picture makes Shego look so eerie, and that green highlight is everything. We love the modern take on her villain uniform as well. How is it possible for Shego to look so evil and yet so beautiful at the same time? We may consider a life of doing evil deeds if it means that we get to look like that, wouldn't you? Buttercup. Is it just us, or should Buttercup from the Powerpuff Girls have been a villain? She was totally rad and too snarky for her sister's innocently sweet demeanors. In this version of Buttercup, she finally gets the dark edge that she deserves. She even has a scar that goes down across her nose that somehow showcases how bad she is without taking away from her beauty. If you pay close attention, you can even see that her choker says, "Fight like a girl." If that isn't the perfect piece of jewelry for Buttercup, then we don't know what is. Kim Possible. We couldn't show you what Shego looked like as a human without showing you Kim Possible herself. Kim from Kim Possible was the ultimate bad girl. She was one of the first examples of a cartoon girl who knew how to get stuff done, and we loved her for it. Somehow, Tati was able to make Kim look even cooler in real life than she did in the cartoon. cartoon. We didn't think that was even possible. We love how her shirt says, "Don't call, I am busy," because Kim's phone was always ringing on the show. The artist also added some depth to Kim's fiery red hair by darkening it up a bit, which we think looks amazing. Gretchen. Who said being a nerd had to be uncool? Nerds are definitely making a comeback. Do you remember Gretchen from Recess? She was super nerdy on the show, but in this real-life version of her, she looks like the coolest dork we have ever seen. It's like if you took a hipster and a nerd and mashed them together, you would get the real-life version of Gretchen. Tati's attention to detail makes Gretchen look so realistic that it's insane. Her makeup is done so perfectly that we wouldn't mind taking some makeup tips from this nerd at all. The amazing makeup paired with all of Gretchen's tattoos really bring this portrait alive. Great job, Tati. Boo. Boo from Monsters, Inc. was one of the cutest little cartoon kids that we have ever seen. You couldn't look at her without saying, "Aww." Well, this grown-up version of Boo is still cute, but also super pretty. Tati decided to draw Boo as a teenager to give us a new take on one of our favorite characters. We are definitely digging this version of Boo. This Boo is a little more hardcore than the one we are used to, though. Do you see those tattoos right under her eyes? Those aren't for the faint of heart at all. What do you think? Do you love this version of Boo? That's it for 10 cartoon characters who would look sexy in real life. What do you think? Didn't those characters look amazing? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.